Heavy Crown Network, a brand new episode on the Royalty with me and Big D. And we have a very, very special guest to introduce. I'm going to introduce you, Miss Danielle Reyes, star legend. Never won on Big Brother, but she is a winner in our hearts. It is the Danielle Reyes from the Traitors USA Season 3. What's up, girl?
What's up, Big B family?
Hi! Listen,
Yes.
wait, so there's one thing you said. She did win Big Brother. I don't know why everyone acts like Danielle did not win Big Brother. She was the first black winner of Big Brother. First female black winner of Big Brother, okay? Let me make that clear.
She want to know where's her check then.
I was like, I appreciate it, but Big D, my account said otherwise.
Say different.
Oh, I don't know, Danielle. We tried, okay? We tried. It'll come sometime. How are you doing, my queen? How are you? Thank you for coming.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm trying to get back to normalcy. Here. But I'm doing really good. I'm having a blast watching the show and seeing people's reactions is kind of funny. But
Let's get into it, Danielle. Now that you are watching the show, are you having a different take on any of your gameplay or how you play this game versus when you were playing this game now that you're watching it back?
Well, of course, I watch it, and a lot of times the game, when you play it, all decisions made paranoia and fear. Every decision you make. So, there's one of woulda, coulda, shoulda moments a lot. I don't take back on how I played. I went in there as a character.
Okay.
Just want to tell that was a character.
Okay.
I played that nervous Nelly crying person as a character. Y'all know me. That's not me naturally.
Yeah.
Right?
We know.
So I had to do that to throw people off the scent. Because if I came in as Danielle Big Brother, Danielle, the regular Danielle, they would have said traitor, 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 traitor. So I purposely act scared. I purposely was emotional. I purposely shaked and quivered on purpose just to throw people off my scent. So I don't regret that part of the game because it actually helped me.
Okay.
People could say, oh, did you wish you banished this person? Did you wish you killed this person? The only thing I could have done was probably fought harder in the turret when we were killing people, because at that time when I'm playing that game, I'm playing the game in the turret and I'm playing the game in the faithfuls. And that was hard, you guys. So it was really tough sometimes in that turret, letting a person believe they have all the power and let them have the power for the sake of your game. There was a couple kills I wish I would have fought a little harder for.
And so when you say in the turret, are we speaking about both with Carolyn and Boston Rob, or was there one that had more power or control in that turret that you had to play your game up to or downplay your game for?
I think it was Boston Rob.
Okay.
If you do a profile on Boston Rob, and people could say, Danielle, you're the same way, and I get that. He has to be in control. And if he feels like you're not allowing him to have control, he gonna get rid of you.
Okay.
That's it. And so I think when he takes a player under his wing, i.e. Dylan and i.e. Carolyn, those are players he feels he can control. Okay. So in the turret, I recognize that. So if I'm fighting him too much in the turret, he gonna turn against me. And so I said, I'm going to let him think he has control. I'm going to let him have that. But there was a couple kills I wish I would have said no. But I was playing 2 games, you guys. Yeah. It was hard. It's the hardest game I've ever played in my life.
So this game is harder than Big Brother?
10 times.
Wow.
Is it harder than Big Brother because you're a Big Brother player and people think of Big Brother players as gamey or strategist, or is it just harder as a game in general for anyone coming into play?
It's harder in a game in general because it's a game where you don't have control.
Yeah. You
really don't. Like any Survivor, Big Brother, you like, I got an HOH, I can nominate these 2 people, we control the votes, Survivor, we're going to go here, this person has immunity, we're going to vote this way. This game, you have no control. There's so many different alliances throughout. You don't have time. And so you don't have control. You don't know. I didn't have control of who to murder all the time. I don't have control of the banishment because this group of people could vote a certain way. These people, you have no control. You just know on like on Big Brother, you know, on live show, you guys know how the votes are going down.
Mm-hmm.
You know. This one, we go to the round table, i.e. Bob the Drag Queen's banishment, you're not prepared. And you don't know what people are going to say because people are holding back. And so them housewives come at the round table, clocking people left and right. It is so, the game's not easy, y'all. I tell people I can't tell you how to play it. I can give you suggestions, but it's you have no control. I've never seen
time you felt that you had control, and was there a time where you felt like you lost? And when did you know that you didn't have control? Did you ever feel like you had control, and then did you ever feel like you didn't have control?
I think the only time I felt like I was comfortable and I felt like is after when Boss and Rob left. I felt it was a time for Carolyn and I relationship to be better, but I knew I lost her, and I really was trying to get that girl's trust back, but I don't blame her. But I felt Carolyn and I were working kind of good, but when that episode where I'm getting her set up with the chest and everything, I knew it was my game, right? And then when I brought Brittany in, it was our game. You know, that's where I felt more comfortable in the house during the time where Brittany and I were traitors. Even though it was just a brief moment, I felt good. I felt like I had someone on my side. Even looking back, watching that episode, it gave me nothing but the utmost pride watching my girl doing her best trying to save me. I mean, that was like Big Brother on a Wednesday night before the live show voting. And y'all been there, done that. Yes. Running around trying to collect those votes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's what she was doing. And I loved it. I loved every moment.
Great. Danielle, do you feel like there's, now that you, and I might be repeating Tiffany's question, but now that you're watching it back, is there anything that you feel like you need to address, or anything you feel like was a little bit, maybe we didn't see everything that happened? I know that might be a big question.
Okay,
I'm so
this is
sorry,
a good one.
but okay, good. Okay.
Let's talk about the Carolyn thing. I want to talk about this Carolyn thing because I know everybody's like,
yeah.
Danielle, you and Carolyn right there. Why y'all didn't team up and take out Boston Rob, right?
Mm-hmm,
Now, you guys know one thing about Big Brother. We converse, we talk to people, and people have to give us assurance, right? And if there's any hesitation, then you kind of like, what's going on? So a couple things. Ask yourself, why was Nikki in the coffin? The reason why Nikki was in the coffin, right, during that challenge, is because the traitors, all 4 traitors agreed if someone said their name, we will tell one another. Nikki said Carolyn's name. Nikki said, I think Carolyn might be a traitor. I ran straight to Carolyn and told her, right? Okay. When Bob the Drag Queen, if you watch that scene again, Bob the Drag Queen said, girl, your name is out there, it's Jeremy. Mm-hmm. And then you see Miss Carolyn coming in midway in the conversation. She goes, oh, yeah, he said your name. And I'm like, well, when did he say my name?
Yeah.
So now I'm looking her, I'm giving her the side eye, but I'm not sure yet, right? Then what did it for me, after Bob the Drag Queen's banishment, I go to her because that's what people do. You're like, okay, girl, so, what's going on here? And she was like, yeah, wow. And what Carolyn does is, I watch Carolyn, because I didn't watch her original season, but I realized she does this thing that when she does not want to answer you, she makes the face. It's kind of genius. It's really genius. She makes the face. And so during that action, you see us in the hallway and we're talking. I'm like, so what, Boston Rob, she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, what I needed to hear from her was like, that was jacked up. You and I need to get together and get this full out. She didn't give me none of that.
Okay.
What she did give me was, yeah, that was crazy. And, he said he wanted to work with me. And I'm like, oh, so he said that to you, but he didn't say that to me? Y'all think I'm stupid. Y'all two survivors think you're coming over me? So then that point in the game, I had to stop and think, all right, them two, are a team. I'm on the outskirts. They got rid of Bob the drag queen. I cannot go after Boston Rob directly because the faithfuls are just
trusting him,
bamboozled by him, right? Which is fine. That's part of being a traitor. So I don't hope that. I can't go after him directly. So I need to take her out, because if she's out, no matter any traitor they brought in would have been on my side. They could have gave me Ivar. They could have gave me Sam, and I would have been like, listen, you see how he turned against this traitor? Let's us team and get this fool out. So that's why I was so focused on getting Carolyn out, because I just wanted any traitor to come in to help me to take Boston Rob down, because I thought like Carolyn and Boston Rob were together.
I thought that was a lot of steps to take to get the house to turn against Carolyn, to get Carolyn out, to get a traitor in, to get that traitor on your team, to get Boston Rob out. And I also thought that when Carolyn, she's confided to you that Boston Rob said, Boston Rob wants to work with me. I know on Big Brother, if someone reveals a secret that somebody else told them and they tell it to me, I think that you have to be closer to me than you are to that person, because otherwise you wouldn't tell me what you and that person are saying together. So
you think that, Tiffany, but when you sit there and they take your wide and die out and you see two people who have a commonality of Survivor together, and you take into consideration that they did not tell you that the other person was coming for you, you're going to have some doubt.
I do understand the doubt, because they are from the same show. They do have a relationship. Even if they don't have a relationship, they have relatability together, that they are from the same show. So I can understand thinking, first of all, she's going to prioritize Boston Rob over me. Survivor players just do stick together.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was tricky. Like I didn't think. She kept saying, I think she said something, Danielle was my number one, but my number one people, I tell them everything immediately.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm just saying, you guys, I didn't feel it. And mistake on my part, I'll own that. I'll own that 10 times down, but I just didn't know. And right now I couldn't go after Boston Rob. He was too powerful. So I had to weaken him. And I thought if I took her out, it was a good move.
Now, outside of the game, and then I want to get back into the game, what is your relationship like now with Carolyn?
I think Carolyn and I are not best friends, but I think, she did not respect my gameplay, and I get that, and she's entitled to that. Yeah. But I have nothing but respect for her. I'm amicable around her. I have no ill will towards her, and I hope she understands that. There was a time in the show we had to do something by ourselves, and we spent a long time. And that's when I really started listening to Carolyn, because I didn't know, a lot of people don't, I didn't watch Carolyn's original season of Survivor. I wish I did. I think that would have helped me with my communication with her better. I'll own that. I wish I did.
But I mean, how would you know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but if I would have watched her, but if I watched her season, I would understand her mannerisms better. I would understand how she's loyal, how she's, it's Carolyn. Like you gotta love her, right?
I don't always know that even helps, because
I don't think
like I've been on other shows, and then people have watched me, and then they still mischaracterize you. They have this inflated opinion of who you actually really are because of what they saw in an edited version versus who you really are. So I don't know that would have really helped. But I did want to ask you, being that this is your first time really playing a game, I know you did Reindeer Games, and that was like a fast-paced, it wasn't as intense as Big Brother's real season and Traitors season. Do you feel that you came in, are you Danielle from Big Brother still? Is that still do you still have that level of gameplay in you when you came to Traitors? Did you find that you expected to be or play one way versus based on how your experience in Big Brother versus how you came in and played on Traitors?
Yeah, I think I knew I couldn't be myself when I walked in the game.
That just like you can't be yourself.
No, because
like I gotta find somebody to be.
I gotta find somebody else. I was concerned, so I knew I would have advantage if people didn't know. Yeah. Being out of the game for 20 plus years, You know, so I would always downplay, you know, even talking when I met people on the show or the cast. You were on Big Brother. I said, oh, yeah, it was about 20 years ago. Oh, how did you do? Oh, God, I got killed. I got killed. That's all I said. I got killed. And then here comes Derek. Derek's talking about how I said, he's a cop. Derek's like, she's a legend. Do you know she changed? I'm like,
oh.
Cállate. So it was one of those things. So, you know, I just know playing this game, I was going to try to play hard and be a strategy. It's all because it's strategy involved. My social game is like no other. I don't care. You can say what you want, but my social game is pretty good. So I don't know. I thought I played as best as I could. You know.
Do you think you have now made it harder for future Big Brother players potentially going into the game of Traitors? Yes or no? Do you?
It's a 100% yes. Absolutely. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put this on the cover.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you so much.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know who it affects. I'm just a viewer.
Here's the thing. I don't know what it is, but they treat Big Brother players like we're the redheaded stepchild. No offense, Wes, but it's
everywhere.
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 And you know
Everywhere.
what it is?
Yeah.
We built different.
They do, but they say that, and but
we played different.
We do. They think that we are, y'all are crazy. Y'all are weird. You guys live in this. And I'm like, we have all agreed to go on reality television and play a game for money. I mean, some of us pick different routes, or maybe those routes chose us. I don't know. But we are so labeled as, it's almost like we're the worst of the worst and the best of the best. I think it's going to be extremely hard.
The hypocrisy is so rampant. Even when there's other villains from other, like, what's her name? Shane from The Challenge. How she was like, Big Brother is shady. I'm like, you had a theme song that you will hum, but we shady. So here's the thing about Big Brother, and I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to make it very clear. These other reality shows, Survivor, y'all have y'all on an island, y'all compete, y'all eating coconut, whatever, but y'all have time to go somewhere and get away from people.
Amen.
Right. Okay, Challenge, you basically control your own game, because if you go in, you either win or you go home, period. Big Brother, that's 3 months of being locked in with people you possibly don't particularly, that you would not hang out in your real life. You know, people are stabbing you, backstabbing, and here's the thing. The 24/7 live feeds, all right? So then when we come out the house, we've been through this traumatic, stressful... Traumatic situation, right? Yeah. And now we got the fans giving us receipts of why they hate us even more on certain things. So we learned to build this shell about us, and we're like, we don't care. What this game? Because we built different. That's it? That's all you got? So when we go play these games, we are just immune to being to care, and we play different. We play to win, and we're built different, and I think we have a mentality wise. If you play Big Brother, you are in a different level, because you learn. You guys know, just playing Big Brother, it teaches you different things about how people perceive you, how people judge you, because you see it afterwards. And these reality fans, as much as you guys think you know us, you really don't. You don't know us at all. True.
They're like, I watched you. I watched the
You don't know me. You don't know me at all.
I saw everything you did. I saw how you talked to someone, so how you did the... But no, you don't know me. That's a game. We're in the house. Like, these are different.
That's different, because when you guys know, when you playing Big Brother, people might say something crazy to you, but you have to be careful. You might check them, but you don't check them like you would check them on the street.
End up in the storage room. Yeah,
not the storage room, Tiffany. Because we over here playing storage room now. I have a question, because Tiffany always gets me when I hold all the questions. She's been holding all the questions. So here's my question, Danielle. I have 2 questions. I'm going to save my other question for later. It'll be the last question. Okay, the reunion. I want to get to the reunion. Yeah. You know, you were saying, me and Brittany got to have this conversation. They got to talk about it offline. Did you and Brittany have this conversation, and could you clear up? Because me and Tiffany, I think, and Hannah, we had a conversation last week, and we were saying, like, yeah, of course, when you see a Big Brother player that you might know, through the street, you feel comfortable with them. Did you and Brittany have a friendship? Because she's making it sound like it was 3 hours, which is impossible, because Reindeer Games was longer than 3 hours. But 3 hours.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Let me tell you. I watched Britney's original season. Okay. When I tell you I was so upset the way they did my girl, the brigade, like I was pissed, y'all. You know when you angry, when you watching something on TV and you stand up and you walk close to the TV because you want to get in the TV and fight? That's how I felt. I'm serious, y'all. And watching her, I could just see her going to that, the HOH, and the guys are like cackling, and her dreams were crushed, and she's crying, and she turns back. It was so hard to watch. And then I think about Janelle and I in All Stars, how these two women, these alpha females, if we would have worked together, it would have been a better way. So when I met Britney for the first time, I was elated because I'm a Britney fan.
Was that around Reindeer Games?
It was before Reindeer Games. Reindeer Games didn't even come to fruition.
Okay.
So we sit down, we're filming something for Big Brother, and we spent 3 hours talking.
Okay.
I'm giving her everything. I'm saying, I loved you. Oh my God, I can't believe they did you on Brigade. I'm sick of these reality shows, these alpha men making these women, strong women, turn against each other. Britney, I swear on everything that if you and I play together, me and you, all right? She said, yes, bet. And I said, and I need women to stick together because women, we're smart, we're strong. Let's do it. Let's do a Black Widow alliance like Parvati and Cherie did back in the day. Like I was so pro woman. Then Reindeer Games come, and then we have an NDA, so we can't really say, but we kind of know. And so we're texting like women. Learn your Christmas songs. Learn the 7 days of Christmas. Like we're building this friendship. I'm thinking I'm going in this game. That's my person. She's my person. We're texting. She said, oh my God, what if Nicole's there? Because, Nicole and I had it. And I said, no, we got it. We're going to bring her in. And I said, so we walk in, it's 5 men against 4 girls. Ladies, we need to stick together. So I was very pro women, even against X. Like I love my boy X, but come on, he's a comp beast.
No, it's okay.
Right?
We can always be against X, Danielle.
Stop.
Always.
So I felt Britney and I had a relationship.
Okay.
So I did take Reindeer Games personally because I thought
it does sound one-sided, but I'm listening.
It does. I get it. But that's how I
know what
felt.
that's
Right? That's how I felt. And then there was more deeper meanings after what happened in Reindeer Games that I had to address with her. And we never, ever had that talk. And so after the reunion, when we had a little thing at the reunion, we talked, we cried, we braided each other's hair, we hugged it out. I just wanted her to get my point of view. And I wanted her to see my face. I wanted to see her face. It was very emotional. And we hugged it out, and she always have a place in my heart. I adore Britney and everything. Yeah. I won't trust her again. I just won't. It'd be stupid for me to do so, but I'm not going to be like coming in like, oh, let me get Britney or anything like that, because she did what she had to do on Traitors for self-preservation. That's why I don't hold that against her.
But
Reindeer Games,
getting all of that.
Yeah.
You weren't friends.
No, I thought we were friends.
You
Tiffany,
have to put
I'm
a
gonna
thought in there. You thought you were friends because you confided in her. You shared with her how you felt. You watched her. You liked her. You respected her. You wanted to see her. You were a friend to her, but y'all were not friends. You didn't say she shared with you. She gave you this. She told you these things.
She did. She did. Okay. We shared with each other. Let me just say it like this. You ever been at a bar and you sit at a bar for hours and you meet this stranger, right? And you just go back and forth, you share things like that, but you still become friends. You still talk afterwards.
Okay.
I consider Britney my friend.
I get it.
And she did share things with me, right? Okay. We shared things about her going to, we shared a lot together. It was not a situation of just one-sided. I felt like we were friends. Yeah, and if we weren't friends, we talked afterwards. We talked about Reindeer Games. We talked about other things. I really did believe she was my friend. Yeah. But even if that's the case may be, even though it's friends, we still go into a show to compete, right? Yeah. And sometimes things happen, right? Yeah. But I think I took personal Reindeer Games because I felt what she did to me was she purposely wanted me to be eliminated. Not for self-preservation.
That? So you don't think
yeah, because she put me in the wheel. You can't. What was her goal? Her goal has to be to get me out. So that's why I took it hard. That's either here. It's a game, right? Move on.
Yeah.
Traitors, I totally get.
Oh, the wheel. We talking about Reindeer Games.
The wheel, the hamster wheel. But Traitors,
I was thinking Traitors. Yeah.
Yeah, Traitors. I think.
Do you think her vote on Traitors was a genuine mistake?
No, I think she did that for self-preservation, and I don't hold that against her, y'all. I really don't, because she did what she had to do. For me to be, for me to do that, I mean, look what I did with Bob the drag queen. Like, I can't sit there and be a hypocrite. I totally get it. Did I like it? No. But I wasn't angry. I was disappointed, but I wasn't angry at her. Not at all.
Which one would you do again? Traitors or Big Brother?
I would never do Big Brother.
If you do Traitors, if you had to do Traitors again, Faithful or Traitor?
Faithful, hands down. They'll banish me on week 1. They'll murder me week 1, and I'm okay. But I want to be a Faithful.
Faithful, yeah.
Because Faithful, you feel like you're in a team. You feel like you got people. You know what I mean? It's you guys. It was hard in that council. I felt alone. I got Traitor on Traitor. I'm trying to bamboozle these Faithfuls. It was not an easy game, you guys, as a Traitor. I think a Faithful, at least you feel some camaraderie there. Yeah. Like you have a team that you have a common goal. It was bad. It was tough being a Traitor. I was getting jealous because I saw the Faithfuls.
Well, you know what?
I wanted to be a Faithful.
Regardless, it was a pleasure watching you. You definitely brought some entertainment to the show, some life. You shed some light on Big Brother players, legends, how we think. I don't know what that means going forward for the future Big Brother players.
I'm sorry.
It was a pleasure having you. We're going to have to cut it, but much respect to you. Congratulations on anything you do in the future. I'm sure this is not the last we have heard of Miss Danielle Reyes.
I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you for joining us.
But I love y'all. You're my family forever. Thank you for support. Thank you for your open honesty. I love that we can converse like adults and give feedback. So I adore you guys and respect you. So I can't wait to see y'all on Traitors. Just saying.
Love you.
Well, just know when I go on, I'm swearing on everybody. Swearing on my grandkids, their grandkids, their great-great-grandkids, their cousin, their sister, the auntie, the mama, the dad. I don't even care. Even the one
dead, live, ancient ancestors.
Dead, live, every ancestries in Africa and everywhere else. I'm
on my great-grandma.
On my great-grandma.
On my mama. On my mama.
No, my mama's still alive. I ain't gonna do it.
No, I swear on my mama.
Remember, Johnny Fairplay swore his grandmother, they weren't tripping over that. They thought it was great.
I tweeted that for you.
Well, we don't want to get in any trouble. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.